We made it, Costa Rica. This is a place I've been wanting to visit for years. It's a place filled by jungle and greenery. And over the next few weeks, as we've been traveling and preparing for this trip, I really wanted to kind of shoot and start a new series of videos while I was out here that will really show you guys the behind the scenes and, more importantly, the journey of how to actually work from anywhere that you guys go. And this video series, I think I want to call it the Minimalistic Entrepreneur video series, and it'll be posted on here regularly. I'll try to get at least one video per week, and definitely communicate with me over the community tab where we'll continue to cover topics that you guys want to see more of. So as we landed, we literally packed up 3 bags. That's all we had for this trip. Holy crap. It looks like
Oh, this is huge. It looks like a boxing.
Yeah, it looks like a punching bag.
A punching bag.
That is hilarious.
You could punch it. Like, watch
Look
it.
like
It actually feels like.
We said, all right, we're gonna take 3 bags. One's gonna be a tech bag, and then 2 bags are gonna be our personal items, meaning our clothes and everything that we're gonna need for 3 months. All right, that's 3 months of travel, not just like a weekend getaway. This is like 3 months living out of a different country, experiencing a whole new culture. And I think that's what really helps us all continue to develop. If you're new to this channel, chances are you landed on a video about starting a clothing line or starting your own brand, and I'll continue to publish those videos. And the reason that I started this channel, in case you're not really sure about what's going on, is I started up this channel after spending years of learning everything the hard way, how to actually start up your brand, how to raise capital, how to do everything that every entrepreneur has a question about. I did it all the hard way, and I wanted to share my experiences, my tips, and the resources that I found along the way in order to help everyone get started and not have to go through the same mistakes. So over the years, we continued to build and develop our own brand. Me and my partners have made it on national TV, Young Entrepreneurs of the Year, and much more. And we'll continue sharing that experience and sharing everything that we continue learning over the years. So in this new video series, I definitely want to cover more about like what it actually takes to travel and to still work while you're doing your, getting to experience something different. I'm from Las Vegas, and it's freaking hot, and it's a desert, it's dry, and this stuff here is amazing. So in this video, what I want to show you guys is I actually want to show you what I packed in. So like what bag I used to actually come here. And then there's a little cat here that keeps interrupting. But yes, I will show you guys the process of that, and I'll show you guys where I'm staying, how I ended up getting this amazing property, all for less than what I was paying in the US. All right, so less than the rent I was paying in the US, we're getting it out here. All right, so I want to show you guys the bag that I used, and then how it all works out, and pros and cons of traveling on a budget, as well as minimalistically, meaning not packing everything you need and only bringing the essentials. So this is the spot. This is the spot that we ended up going with. It's got an amazing view in the back, beautiful windows. I see the entire jungle. It's got a pool, and this is gonna be our primary work area. So this bag, which I showed you guys, is essentially where I carry all my tech equipment. Meaning this is where all of our equipment for me and my wife is going to be, it was actually carried in, all right? And the reason that I went with this dual style of bag, even though I do see some cons now with it, the reason that I went with these 2 is because I didn't want to check any laptops or hard drives or drones. I didn't want to leave that up to TSA or to the bag carriers to check in for me, because then, as you know, they just throw the bags out. Chances were my shit was gonna get broken. So I got this dual bag. It's called the Osprey, the Ozone Duplex 65. And what it does is it's a dual carrying bag. I'll set this down here for you guys to see. All right, so like I was saying, this bag allows you to carry all the stuff that you'll need to bring and actually keep safe. All right, so we had over $7,000 worth of electronics in here, from a drone to 2 MacBooks, to hard drives, to storage, to camera equipment. Like literally, there was a lot of gear that I had to bring on this trip in order to bring you guys along with me, but at the same time get some work done, right? So this bag right here, I give it a 7 out of 10 recommendation, meaning that I really enjoyed how it worked. I loved the idea, but when it comes to actually carrying it, like if you have to travel through the airports, very long trips, this bag gets a little heavy. And if you're gonna carry a lot of shit like I did, excuse my language, if you're gonna carry a lot of stuff like I did, it doesn't work like it should. So essentially this bag is supposed to connect to this bag here, and it's supposed to allow you to carry one big backpack. But that's not the case with this if you're gonna overfill it. And I was talking to customer service to figure out what the ideal weight recommendations were, and they said 40 pounds. And I think this bag alone is like 50. It's got 2 laptops and a bunch of electronics, and this was about 40. So I think I was carrying about almost 100 pounds worth of weight on these 2 bags. There's no way I was gonna be able to clip it with one big bag. But what it did allow me to do is it allowed me to carry it as a duffel. So I was able to put a backpack on and then carry this as a duffel. So then that allowed me to use this as my personal item and this as my carry-on luggage, right? So it was a little sketchy because this was a little big and it actually didn't fit underneath the seat. But luckily, since my wife was with me and she has her own carry-on, she was able to count it as her carry-on. So that's why I give it a 7 out of 10, because I thought it would fit all of my gear and allow me to just as a one single traveler make it and not have to worry about anything. I think if it was a shorter trip, if it was like a weekend trip or like a few days, it would have been perfect and I would have given it a 10 out of 10. But since this is a long travel and I needed to bring everything that was important and valuable to me so I wouldn't need it and I wouldn't have to ship anything in, I give it a 7 out of 10 for an extended period of trip, meaning like over a month. All right, so essentially how this bag works, and the reason that I really love it and that it got such a high rating, is it is built really durable. So Osprey did a great job. This is not a sponsored video. Osprey is a bag company, and as you guys know, we also make backpacks, so I appreciated their craftsmanship. All right, so just out of the box, this retails for $220. I think I got it on discount at REI for like $195. So yeah, it's still a $200 bag, but it's 2 backpacks and it's sturdy. It's really sturdy and durable. So I see the craftsmanship and I see the value in it. And if you're gonna be traveling with $7,000 worth of equipment, you gotta know when you can be cheap and when you have to spend some money, all right? So in my case, I put $200 down to protect $7,000 worth of equipment. All right, so how this works, this is this is a backpack, this is a duffel. Doesn't have any backpack straps, so you can only use it as a duffel bag if it's not clipped onto this backpack. And what I carried here, just so you guys can see, is we had all of our equipment here. So this is where little organizing pouch, guys. If you guys are going to be traveling for extended stays, definitely highly recommend that you organize your cables. All right, so these were 2 organizational pouches that we actually carried our tablets, our Kindles, or you guys will see once I break that down. This is my wife's laptop, and then of course bringing my planner. Gotta bring my planner because we're here to make amazing things happen, and this planner here was important. And hard drives, making sure that we got the hard drives that we needed, some more in here. I love carrying an actual keyboard. I think this is a big win when it comes to working, especially when it comes to ergonomics. I know a lot of you guys probably watching aren't very sore. You're probably under 25, most of you guys, so you don't really feel much pain. I didn't feel any pain when I was working back in the day. And now that I'm getting a little older, looking at my laptop like this for like 4 hours really hurts. Or even, you know, we work sometimes 12-hour days. So yes, it's important that you elevate your screen. So with that being said, I also carry this thing here, which I really highly review. I really recommend if you guys need something ergonomics for on the go. This thing here essentially, I'll show you guys how it works, but essentially what you do with it is you stand it up. It's like a laptop stand. You stand it up, grab your laptop. So yes, my other laptop's in here too. And then you literally put it in here. You do have to open it before. So you put it in here. Now check that out. This is your laptop elevated. So now I could literally work. This thing right here, I think it was like 20 bucks, and I bought one that was like 60 before. It was a steel frame one. It was like really nice, and it matched the laptop, the MacBook. But honestly, this thing right here works just as good or better than those if you're not gonna put your hands up here. So I always carry a laptop, an actual keyboard, and it's a wireless keyboard. So whenever I get my setup, and I'll show you guys at the end how our setup is gonna look for this house. But yes, this is important to have, all right? So yes, that allows you to put your laptop anywhere, and it's a collapsible stand, so it's freaking awesome. This is my wife's keyboard, and then here, this bag also has, I got my mouse, I'm old school. Love the Logitech mouse here. It does amazing work for video editing and any type of editing work that you gotta do. Not a big fan of having to use the little trackpad thing. Got the cables for the chargers. I got a flashlight. It's always important to get a flashlight. From there, this bag, yep, it actually has a little pocket here, which was cool. Because what it allows you to do is you can actually carry other stuff. So like I got my little, anything that you got to get too fast. So I was actually working at the airport and stuff too on a layover flight. We had like 2 hours before our next flight into Costa Rica. So it was easy to literally just grab my laptop, grab my keyboard, and just get set up at the airport. It was awesome. So that was one bag. That was the backpack side. And like I mentioned, these cable things here, these are called Be Unique, Be Myself. Have all the cables in here. So literally, look, very fast trip. We just grabbed everything that we had in the house, just threw it in here. Because as you know, whenever you're traveling, regardless if you're going on a 3-month stay, chances are you're still packing the day that you're gonna leave, and that was my case. So we had to pack everything that we could. I already kind of had a list. I knew what I needed, so I just literally packed up and go. So yes, these are awesome, really great to organize your cables. And now, what I want to show you guys is the other bag. This bag here is a duffel side. This doesn't really have all the bells and whistles that the other one does. It's just literally a duffel bag. So it opens one way. Alright. So how this one works, it's got a nice little, it's got a nice little green thing. This right here was perfect for like all the miscellaneous stuff that I had to stuff in last minute because it didn't fit in my wife's bag or in my other bag for clothes. So I got binoculars. We're gonna be watching some birds, so binoculars were important. I got the little GoPro stand for our travel through the jungles and the forest, and then some other battery cables there. Packed up a drone. I know it's not the best way to pack up a drone, but we were very limited on space, and I didn't want to break it if the box didn't fit. So yes, don't kill me. I had to pack up a drone in a duffel bag. The drone was packed up. It arrived safely. We get some cool drone shots. Then I actually packed up a tripod stand for the camera. Right now it's sitting on a Joby, which was also packed in here, as well as that camera packed in here. And I actually just decided to pack all my camera gear into a separate little mini camera organizer. The reason I did this was because this duffel bag was really cool on its own, and I didn't want to like customize the back interior and not be able to fit other miscellaneous stuff. Plus, I'll be able to easily, if I ever wanted to just take my camera equipment to make some videos or whatnot, and I didn't want to carry all this stuff, I could just take this on the go, which I thought was really cool. So this is just like a separate backpack. And what I did here is I have 2 cameras. So there's 2 cameras in here. There was the one that I'm shooting on, and then there's another one here. And I got the tripod heads, I got a GoPro, I got a little B-roll G7X, They got all the battery and equipment, it's lens cap, some lenses, as well as chargers and recording devices, headphone cables, HDMI. So all of the camera related accessories and camera gear was placed in here, which was zipped up and placed into the duffel. That allowed me to keep my eyes and make it very easy to know where all my gear was. I didn't want any of this to go underneath. As you guys could see, this is all the stuff that went into those 2 bags, and that's just a backpack alone. So that fits in here, which is awesome. So now that you guys know what could fit into this bag, I'm gonna show you guys the office setup that we got. I think that's kind of important for you to have somewhere where you could work, be as efficient, or at least kind of, or at the maximum efficiency that you had before. I know that there's gonna be limitations based on, you know, wireless connections and whatnot, and I'll kind of talk about that as I'm starting to also run into that myself. But I'll talk about that, I'll cover it. But as you guys could see, this is a very simple layout. What do you think of it?
It's so nice. Like, did you show them the view already?
Let me see.
I feel like I'm on vacation, like as I'm working. So nice.
So we got the laptops there, all set up. My laptop there. I have a tablet because I like sending messages and stuff, phone calls, hard drives. I'm making any videos for the academy. I make them all here. Got the drone. And then off to the side, I just got the bags that I showed you guys. Literally got this nice, amazing view. Oh, so there you have it, guys. This is our official workspace for the next 3 months, or for the next few weeks. Who knows where we will go after this place. Essentially, the reason that we wanted to pack as light as we could is so we could have the freedom to move to different parts whenever we desired. So as long as you have a good internet connection, that's gonna be key for you guys, you know, being able to do the right research to have a good internet connection in order to get established wherever you get set up. I'll talk about more of that stuff in the upcoming video, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. You comment down the question maybe that you have about traveling or Costa Rica or whatnot. As I experience it, I'll be able to show it to you guys. Head on over to my Instagram. But before I cut off, I definitely want to get my wife's opinion about what she thinks about this overall setup. What do you say?
I love it. I love it. It's so nice. There's a lot of room. I can work, lay out some stuff here. Like, I love it. The view's beautiful. It's awesome.
Go. So she approves, and yeah, I think we found a really great find in this beautiful, amazing house right in the jungle. It's a little more humid than I'm used to, so if I'm sweating in the video, it's because it's humid. It's humid. It's not Vegas, and it's not dry. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to this channel for the next series of videos on minimalistic entrepreneur travel and working from anywhere that you go. All right, I'll also link up the playlist, which I'll create as I create more of these types of videos. It will be linked right up in this area. I think it's this area right here. Just go ahead and click on that. And if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment down below. But be able to answer anything that you guys may need. Be on the lookout for videos that are coming to the channel every Wednesday and Saturday. Wednesday will be more of these travel minimalistic entrepreneur series. Saturdays will be more of the DIY how-tos that we've been covering originally on this channel. So I appreciate you guys for staying subscribed, for your interactions. If you guys have any questions, send them over to Instagram. Join the insider list, where we'll continue to provide content from anywhere that we go. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. Begin our ascent.
So beautiful.
Check it out. Left this morning to come check out this rainforest, and it is amazing. Said there's snakes down here, so that's why she's got those.
A little slippery.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah.